So, tell me who you are.
My name is Brian Gomez, Garson Gomez, G-Man, G-Money, but I like going by Brian or G-Man.
Hey, Tony Hernandez, retired gunnery sergeant. Everybody know me as HD2 Extreme. Get a G.
You ready? I'm ready.
You go.
I don't gotta introduce it. We don't know who we are. Hey, Mstany, Military Style Training Academy of New York. All right, that's who we are. All right, the purpose of Mstany is to freaking give something to the community that was given to us through the Marine Corps. I'm currently an active duty Marine on recruiting duty. Don't mind the facial hair, I'm on leave. I apologize. However, I've been on recruiting duty for a while, and I've been in the Marine Corps for 15 years.
Hey, like he said, you know, I'm one of the senior drill instructors here of Mstany, and I did 20 years in 2 days. It was a leap year, by the way. All right, and this is what we do. You know, we're genuine, we're unique, we're one of a kind. You ain't gonna find no other boot camp that has 2 hard charger devil dogs. They're gonna bring it to you every day, every night, 110%.
So what's different between Mstany and a normal traditional boot camp or gym? What's different?
This guy. This guy.
Hey, you know, he says this guy. Listen, I'm a madman, like he calls me. What makes us different? What makes us different is that we're unique. We're authentic. We don't hide behind anything. Hey, what you see is what you get. You know, we keep it real. You know, if you can't hack it because your feelings are gonna get hurt, we don't care. If you wanna cry, hey, take your crocodile tears, take them somewhere else. Because once again, we keeping it real, and that's what makes us different from any other boot camp.
At the end of the day, it's about mental toughness. Every other gym, every other person, most gyms want you to stay with them for a long time, right? It takes the Marine Corps 3 to 6 months, 3 months to make a basically qualified Marines, right? So 3 months, you're basically qualified. It takes anywhere from 6 months to 2 years to become a professional, to become a full-blown Marine once you get your M.S.T.A.N.Y training and all that thing. So what we took liberty from what the Marine Corps did for us, 20 years of service, 15 years of service, and we provided to these personal training group setting classes that we do here at Mstany. All right, along from our obstacle course to these tires that we're setting on, to the logs that we use. Everything that we give you is 100% authentic. That's what we do in the military. And not only the Marine Corps, but across all branches of service as well. All right, so that's what makes us unique. You know, our goal is to get you in shape, either physically or mentally, and push you out of here, out of Mstany. We don't want you to stay in Mstany forever, because the longer you're here, that means we're not doing something right. So our goal is to get you to come here, either, it's guaranteed that you're gonna get something out of the class. Whether physically or mentally, you're gonna get something out of it. It's just because the way we're gonna handle the situation, we look for the weaknesses in your personality, in your mind. We look for those freaking hurdles and those walls that you already have. And trust me, we got walls in Mstany. So when we can jump over the walls, they say you gotta jump over those lines, hurdles in your mind. So.
Gotcha. All right, so you guys had something that went on this weekend that we saw out at Eisenhower Park. Tell us a little bit about that.
So, you know, this weekend was genuine. This weekend we linked up with Military Fresh Network and our stuff, Mstany, and we went out to Eisenhower Park. You know, rain or shine, we were out there. We weren't quitting. We weren't going to stop the class. We weren't going to stop this weekend evolution that we have been going for over 6 months, making this ball roll. And we went out there, and people showed up. They didn't care that it was cold. They didn't care that it was raining. They just came out there because, you know what? You got to have it in your soul. You got to have it in your heart to do what we do, but to love and change yourself.
It's 84 degrees outside right now. It's been raining for the last 2 weeks in New York City. And I ain't gonna lie, I did the rain dance when I was in San Diego for a couple days, because I said, if it's not raining, then you're not gonna really experience what the Marine Corps, what the military is like. That's what makes it. So the rain just lets you know that we're not quitting. Everybody was calling and saying, hey, you gotta de-event this, de-event that. And I said, yeah, if it ain't raining, we ain't training. Like, so the fact that it rained, the fact that everybody came out, the fact that the whole squad was out there being able to give back, along with the support from Nassau County, the Nassau County community here in Long Island. They gave us a stage, they gave us a freaking platform for us to be really out there. So it was just great to see people come together and be able to do something outside of their comfort zone.
Cool. So you speak of the Military Fresh Network. So I saw that. So what is exactly the Military Friendship Network, and how did you come about being a part of that when you guys are from totally different places on the earth?
That's simple. Military Friendship Network. It's a platform that was presented to me through social media. I was able to link up with with Siobhan Leggett, Change Souls, and she said, "Gee, I'm doing something that's called Military Fresh." And once I figured out what was going on, it was just a group of individuals who are currently serving, active, reserve, or retirees, or whatever they are, coming together to showcase and show the world that we could be ourselves outside of the uniform, meaning I have my own personality. You know what I'm saying? We do things differently. However, we still serve our country proudly. And we still serve, but yet we still trying to maintain our personality and give back to the people a little bit of what we're really about and let them know that, hey, you don't have to lose yourself. You can still have your own personality. You can still be yourself. You still create. You can still do the things you want to do and utilize the platform called the military and show the people what you can do more outside of just walking in a straight line, you know, and still maintain that professionalism and being squared away. And through the Military First Network, that's what I've been able to do. Myself and Tony, we linked up, and it's not only fitness platform that they provide, it's overall concept. They bring everybody together, and that's what's beautiful about it. What's different. It allows people to show themselves as they really are, and it lets the young individuals that are watching say, "Man, he fly. He got a nice kicks. He got a nice house. He looks different. He's tatted up. He's got some swag. I can relate to that. But he's still in the Marine Corps, or he's still in the Army." So people are not used to seeing me and Tony outside of these walls, right? People used to see us when we're in Mstany or we're in our uniform. It's business. It's business. We're about work, and we're about getting it done the way we know how. All right, we don't care about personalities. Like my buddy Mike Bradshaw, team trainer, say, feelings don't matter. They absolutely don't matter. When you walk through Old Glory gets behind us, and you walk through these walls, our goal is to find that point, break you, and you're gonna make a choice. You're either gonna leave or you're gonna stick it out. And the ones that leave, they come back. So through the network, it's allowed us to just show the world a little bit of what we're doing here in Mstany.
All right, thank you. So on your left lapel, your collar, you have a pin there. What does that pin represent?
So exactly what we talked about. Hey, those are the 4 blocks. That's the block. Those are the 4 colors of all branches of service, right? So, you know, I'm a Marine. You know, we got big egos sometimes. So some Marine will probably flip it the other way and be upset. But Army to the top left, you got the Marines to the top right, and then you got the Air Force and the Navy, you know, holding it down on the other side. No, not because they're on the bottom, but you know, it's just the way the blocks work out. And that's what they represent. Those are the 4 colors that you're gonna see as part of the network. All that means is we all coming together and creating that block right there. So that's just the Military First Network colors that you see there on that collar. And to me, that just means that, you know, we can all eat. We can all get together and we can all build something outside of ourselves.
What would you tell your 17-year-old self if you were to meet him today?
Well, I'll give you one even better, and then I'll pass it up to T. I have a 14-year-old son right now, right? He's transitioning into that phase. Me, I'm a little different because when I was 17, something happened very tragic in the United States, which is called 9/11. So when 9/11 happened, something in me said, it's time to go. 9/11 happened, and I said I want to join the Marine Corps. There was no question, there was no selling, there was no recruiter that was going to tell me different. That's what I wanted to do because I could not see what happened that day here in 9/11 ever happen again. So I'd rather just go give my life up for my country, understanding that after seeing those planes hit the towers, I was in school looking out the window and I saw that second plane strike. I said, this can never happen again. And I was 17, so that was my mindset. But being able to join the military and be in the Marine Corps and meet the people I've met, black, white, Asian, and all sorts of genres. And I was like, I've been to Kentucky, I've been to Alabama, I've been to the West Coast. So that's opened up my eyes to see what was out there in the universe and in the world and different type of people that I could connect with and build with outside of my concrete jungle called New York, you know?
Hey, so in 91, you know, that's when the World Trade originally got hit in 1991. you know, and I wasn't in the Marine Corps. And I remember telling my mother, I said, Mom, I want to go into the Marine Corps. And it wasn't because of what happened there, because my uncles are former Marines, okay? And one of them, he passed away, and I love you, Hector. And my other uncle's still alive. And I used to see my uncles come through my grandmother's door in Alphas. Back in the days, they would call it swoop home. They would jump on the minivan, come home, but they couldn't leave the base without their Alphas on. And my uncles used to knock on that door at 1200 or whatever it was, 01 in the morning, and say, Mom, I'm home. And they would look, immaculate in that uniform, that Alpha uniform. And I used to look at that uniform and say, one day I'm going to be a Marine. And then then the original 1991, when it went down, that they hit the World Trade, they blew up the World Trades in the garage. I remember asking my mom to let me join, and she said no. She said, I'm not going to sign you in. I'm not going to release you. And I begged, and she said no. And then once I hit of age, I said, you know what? Hey, Mom, I love you, but it's time for me to fly the coop. And I left. And I joined the Marine Corps in 1996, okay? In 1998, I got orders to Garden City, New York, okay? Now you're talking to a kid that comes from the South Bronx, grew up, poverty, slept on the floor, eat cheese and crackers for dinner, okay? That type of stuff. And I was stationed in New York, 98, and I was loving New York. I was having a great time. And in 2001, it got hit. And at the time, I won't forget it. I was sitting in my little cubicle in Garden City, New York, and the colonel calls everybody in at attention. He says, hey, I got to pass some word. This is just what went down. He goes, I want 7 of you Marines to grab your stuff and do whatever you can to go down there and support and help out. And there was 7 of us, and we went down range, No questions asked. We went down there. Me being a young Marine, didn't know what to expect. I'll never forget this name, Jeffrey Fox. I'll never forget that. That name will it'll go to bed with me every day. And I tell you, every 9/11, when they have the memorial, I always, for whatever reason, catch when they're gonna mention his name. And me and another fellow Marine, a firefighter, and 2 cops with the chief of police telling us, get out of that foxhole because the building is in a crumble or the debris around us. And we're like, nah, we've been here already 3 hours trying to dig this gentleman out. And at the end of the day, hey, we dug him out. May he rest in peace. May his family be blessed. We dug him out. But I would never take that day for granted. I learned so much of myself. I learned so much of what the military has done to me that day. And so for me, it was joining the military. It wasn't an option. It was a decision that I made to do. It was something in my heart that said, hey, you know what? I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna change lives. I'm gonna make an impact on people, whether it's good, bad, and the ugly. I'm gonna make an impact in a positive way. So that's why it affected me.
And then just to touch on that 17-year-old piece, right? So nowadays, with the social network that we have, with these platforms that are available to us, you have the internet. It's crazy. So me being 17, we didn't have that growing up. I know he didn't have it growing up. He's older than me. But having these platforms for these young individuals to see what we're doing on a daily, and let them see that, hey, these guys they're doing all these other things through the military. They're able to freaking go out. They're partying. They're connecting. I was in San Diego for 2 days. I flew into New York. I was up in Syracuse. And all throughout, I'm wearing my uniform because I'm working, or I'm wearing my gear because I'm representing my brand. And I'm wearing these blocks anywhere I go because that's part of that. I believe in what we're doing here as far as the Military Fresh Network. It's not like a scheme. It's not a scam. Sometimes everybody's skeptical at first. But you being a young individual out there, you see what we're doing. So it's easier for you to have access and understand what is happening around you. It's not like before when we didn't know any better and we just made certain choices and we had to read or do more research because the internet wasn't around. With the internet, if you're 17, 18, 14, 15, 16, you get to see people like Change Souls, Diamond Cut Fitness. You get to see people like Xavier Gaden, who's an IFBB pro. And you see what they're going through even while being in the military. So nowadays, it's easier for you to be a 17-year-old kid and be like, damn, I don't think about joining the Marine Corps. G-Man's a Marine, HDU's a Marine, Xavier Gaten, IFPP, he's a Marine. You got other Marines out there doing great things like the headquarter branch, Coke, and some other guys that you're gonna see coming up. Why? Because the internet allows us to connect, and that's what the Military Fresh Network does for us. It allows us to connect on all sides of the world. So if you're 17, 16, 14, thinking about joining, you got this kid called Now the Beast out there who's 21 years old. YouTube sensation, right? Still being on active duty, showing the world what he's capable of doing. And, you know, nowadays, there's no reason to understand what the military is really about. So platforms like the one on my chest and my collar here give you that opportunity to see exactly what we're doing as service members and how you can still pursue your dreams and utilize the military to get you through doors that you couldn't get before. Because one, you're in the service and you're giving back to your country, so automatically people are gonna open doors for you and be able to help you out. So through the internet, the Fresh Network, being a young kid nowadays, you have options. Not like we did coming up, you know, in those areas where we had to make decisions on our own. Now, sorry, there's more support out there for you to make those choices, join the military, and not have it to be like a second option. Because the military doesn't have to be a second option. It could be your first choice. And then from there, you build from it. You don't have to do 20, 30 years. You do 4 years, you get out, and you get a lot from it, you know? So I'm not out here recruiting nobody, but I'm just letting you know what I do, you know? Hey, just in case you want to ad-lib on this, listen, this whole cookie cutter bullshit, it ain't really what it is. We really blast you. It is what it is. You come here, you don't get blasted. We're gonna tell you get the F out, you know, because at the end of the day, we don't want no weak sauce in here. I don't want you in my gym. He doesn't want you here. His goal is to freaking make you quit. Make you quit so you can leave the doors. But at the end of the day, you will come back. There's no question. You will come back. Why? Because there's nothing out there that's gonna get you to where you need to be. Push you to where you need to be pushed, mentally and physically. So I don't want you in my gym. You're gonna wanna come here and you're gonna see the energy and the people that are here, civilians, nasty civilians, working as a team and putting in the effort. So, hey, it's not out here to fake it. We're not here, like, when I'm in this place, you're not gonna get to see the Brian that smiles and has a good personality, because I like to joke and have a good time. He's just him, you know what I'm saying? But when you're in these doors, we're gonna blast you.
Hey, so check this out. What's up with that shirt you got on?
Oh, shit.
NYC.
Hey, this is, wait, we're gonna talk about it now.
I know you say. All right, here we go. Get it.
Hey, hold that down. Listen to the colors. Listen, right here. Well, it was just an idea. I went to DC, I met up with the gang. I said, gang, you need to bring this to New York. Some people said, I said, trust me, I got it. You're a wild man. Now it's the first annual NYC Fit Camp for the Military Fresh Network, along with Mstany Boot Camp. I say first, because I heard in the streets is that we're gonna continue to do this every year, at least once a year in New York. First year out, it rained hard. People still came out, 100 plus. Support was amazing. So from now on, every year, Military Fresh Network is gonna come to NYC. So for all of you, oh yo, we couldn't make it. You got another chance next year to come out. Now when you come out, you're gonna have to pay because you didn't come last year, which is now. So if you're seeing this later, that's just last year. Military Fresh Network, Mstany Boot Camp, and along, just show him some love even though he was missing. We got Empire Nutrition on deck as well. Right, so next year, hey, this back of the shirt, y'all gonna wanna get your logo on the back of that shirt, because this is only gonna,
Gang.
Hey, go talk to Jimmy about that if you wanna get on the back of that shirt, because you wanna get it now because the price going up.
Get him.